I don't have my mic on. That's why you can't hear me. This is exciting. This is interesting. Okay, so talking about abacus and looking at how to count. So let's see if this is going to work. So this is my abacus. This is kind of cool because on the abacus, we are learning how to add and subtract, and we can do multiplication and division. Now, how does this work? Well, with the abacus, we have our lower beads and our upper beads. So with the lower beads, this all has a value of 1. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we want to, when we want to count more than 4, because there's not enough beads at the bottom, we do 5. All the top beads has a value of 5. This is the beam, and this beam helps us count. This is what makes us know what is active. I call it the active beads. I don't know if anybody else calls it, but let's call it I'm going to call it active beads. So the active bead, the counted bead is 5. So after 5 is 6. How do I know? Well, because this has a value of 1, so it's 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So then we have 7. 5, 6, 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a value of 9. Now, it was interesting because I was thinking about it and how we were um we were thinking about numbers and letters. Well, the numbers itself, letters stand alone cannot doesn't mean anything, right? So what does that mean? Well, if you have the letter A, it's just a letter A. If you have a letter B, it's just a letter B. It's interesting because in math, the numbers itself stand alone has a lot of meaning. What does that mean? Well, if I say 1, we know it's one item. If it's 2, it's 2 items. If it's 3, it's 3 items. So, in fact, right? So when I show you this, we know that this is 4. This 4 is only a symbol, but the do we know the meaning of 4? Well, on the abacus, we know that this is 4. We have 4 items. We are gently reminded that 4 means 4 items, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a gentle reminder that when we add the 5, this is 5. Okay, and then there's 6, right? So we're counting and we know that this is what we are looking at. So it's really interesting on how the abacus is. And um and I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, when we talk about math, when we talk about math, it's not just knowing what the symbols are. It's not just knowing what 1 and 2 is and 3 and 4 and 5. It's actually knowing the quantities. And so abacus helps understand the quantities. So what we can do is um we can count. So there was a little so here okay, we have 0 plus 3. Well, on my teacher's abacus, I have 0, right? And this is my marker. I know this is my marker. I can move my marker anywhere I want because it's a teacher's abacus. And I want to use this as my home, as my ones column. So when we add here, it's 0 plus 3, 3 thumb up. So my answer is 3. And then, oh, I gotta, there we go. Maybe I should change the view on this because I don't like it scrolling. Let's see, view, display, one page. Okay, so there is 3. My answer is 3. That was super easy. Okay, let's do this one. This one, this is what we call simple addition, right? How do we know? Well, all we have to do is we have to add the 2. So it's 2, 1, 2, right? 2 thumb up, and then 5 finger down. So then my answer is 7. So our next question is 1 and then plus 2. Plus 2 is 2 thumb up, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. And then here is 5. So I'm going to clear my abacus so we have it zeroed out, right? And then we go 5, finger down, and plus 1, thumb up. My answer is 6. Let's see. So I clear next, and it says 6 plus 1. So if I look at my abacus, it shows me 7. 5, 6, 7. And that's it. So that's a little bit of adding and subtracting on the abacus, and um, and understanding how to read the numbers. It's kind of cool. And then we can do adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. So yeah. Then we have after we do the simple adding and subtracting, we go into a little more complex. And this will be in the next video. But this is when we start talking about the math fact, no, addition fact family, the addition fact family. But before I end this, I wanted to share my book. I have the Abacus counting book. It's a Christmas book. Let me pause. Let me stop sharing. And there we are. Here we go. Okay, so I created this and it's published on Amazon. Let me know. I will add it into the comment below if you wanted a link to this. It's on Amazon. And what we talk about here is we're actually counting from 0 to 20. And I add in a little bit of place values, and I add in a little bit of adding and subtracting. So the beginning parts is to show to have activities and to start with the tracing. So they trace the number and they understand what the number, how to write the number and so forth. And then there's activities to go with it to solidify the number and the bead recognition. So, and then there's these there's these big brain notes. This big brain notes is just to explain how to read the abacus. I thought that was kind of cute. And then we count backwards, and this is talking about, one to one, one to one corresponding. So how read the abacus. So it says here, I have, where am I? I have 6 stockings. So all I have to do is color 6 stockings in this section here. So this is just to solidify the idea of, what the numbers are on the abacus. And then I have puzzles. And then so you have to figure out what comes in between and what comes in between, and then you'll have to match the numbers here. And then there's a picture. And then we start into adding and subtracting on the abacus. This is how the questions will look. And then this is the activity to put in the star on top of the just to match the star with the number. And then what else? And that's about it. I mean, it's kind of packed with a lot of activities. There's not really much activities that there's not really many questions, like just straight questions. A lot of it is activities. This is activities based. So this is more geared towards younger children, but I would find it interesting as an adult to go through it. But yeah, I have my book. It is Christmas Counting Abacus 0 to 20. And this is just the beginning of the abacus, learning how to count on the abacus and adding and subtracting on the abacus. And then the next book would be this one, which is the fact family, the addition fact family of 5. So it'd be 4 plus 1 and 3 plus 2. All right. Well, this was just a test to see how Zoom is for streaming. And I will talk to you later. Bye.